everybody, I'm Killian Beck, and today I'm going to be taking you beat by beat of an HVAC install. It's a full install today, so today was either the worst or the best day for me to come and tag along. Let's get into it. So as previously mentioned, today is a full install, so we know it's going to be a long day because they've got to do a whole lot more than they normally would. So let's go ahead and get a quick rundown of what they've got on their plate today. The crew has a full day today. They have an AC, a furnace, a coil, and a humidifier. And another thing, just for starters, let's go ahead and run down the crew. Today our lead installer is going to be Todd McKee, and our helper is going to be Jayden Carr. Now, Jayden is in his first week here at Hales, and it means he's eager to prove himself. But one thing we got to keep in mind is that Todd has been working in this industry for 30 years. Jayden just turned 18, so needless to say, he's going to learn a lot from the veteran. So the day starts at 7:30. They come in, grab the truck, and they're going to go ahead and get rid of all the old equipment that they left behind from yesterday's install. Now, what they're also going to do is they're going to load in the new equipment as well as restock the truck for little parts and stuff that they may need, so that when they get to the site, they can go ahead and just get straight to work. And at that point, it's 8:15 and they're going to go ahead and head to today's install. They arrive at 8:45 and now they've got to go case the place real quick. Make sure that there's an easy path to moving all the old equipment out, as well as making sure that there's space for them to work and clearing it if they need to. Now, just as you might have thought, they go ahead and get things rolling pretty quickly. And that means I also jump from behind the camera into the front of the truck and help them move some stuff in, just to make sure that their lives are easier. And now that they've already gotten everything going, Jayden, who's playing as today's helper, is going to make sure that all the equipment that we're moving in is in place and ready to be staged and put into the new place.
I gotta prep it, so I'll prep it out here. So appreciate that, dude. Thank you.
You should have seen that fun.
Once the new equipment has been brought to their areas, it's time to start disconnecting the old equipment. They disconnect wires, close the refrigerant lines, as Jayden gets into preparing the new outdoor unit. Now, Jayden has to take the old copper line and retrofit it to fit the new unit. So, rather than me trying and failing to explain how that process works, I'm going to go ahead and throw it to Jayden so he can explain it.
You see how it's really smooth on the turn? And it's like, there's not rivets, it's just a nice, smooth, sailing turn. Mm-hmm. Well, when it starts to get kinked, there'll be little rivets where it's turned. And so, here. This is a bend, so it's a little different, but that's what it'll look like when you overbend it, and then you just have a solid seam down the middle, to where when it's like that, the refrigerant can't flow through. So pumping down a system, charging a system, anything at all, it messes it up. So you gotta try to be like as tight and clean as possible. And sometimes when you're tight to the wall and trying to make it tight and clean, it's fun.
Jayden is about to take on one of the more difficult tasks in the entire industry: brazing. Brazing is a process also known as silver soldering. Jayden is going to use a brazing rod and a torch just like this one, and using these tools, Jayden will take on the challenge of sealing the unit's copper lines using a high heat torch to get the metal hot enough to begin melting brazing rods. Doing this, he's going to create a bond as the melted silver cools down, allowing the line to sustain high pressures and changing temperatures of refrigerant. Now that Jayden has mostly got the brazing done, he's going to go ahead and pack up his stuff and head inside. Now, this is where he's going to repeat that process of brazing again. But for our crew right here, there was a midday hiccup, as they received an empty acetylene bottle from the store, and it jeopardized Jayden's brazing, and it keeps the install in a holding pattern. So, I hopped in the Beckmobile and went ahead and headed across town to go get the tank for the guys.
You're the man, the myth, and the legend.
With only the thermostat remaining, it's time for Jayden to quick start the cleanup process. After being in the heat all day, Jayden and Todd are both exhausted. But that's a wrap for today's install. It wasn't easy. There was a lot of heat and a lot of things that went great and a lot of things that could be improved. But our young guy definitely stuck with it and got in there. And the veteran did a really good job of teaching him and showing him what it means to be a professional. But that's all that I've got for you guys today. If you have any questions or feel like you want an estimate on a new system, call us at 816-371-2099 or visit our website at www.haleshnc.com. Stay cool out there.